You better pick your hero. 5 seconds. Uh, 10 seconds to pick your hero, you moron. Yeah, entire team 5 seconds left now.
Cool, what's up everyone? We got a quick scrum between Clan Bacon and Aura Gaming. Jumping straight into the game. I mean, we've got some South African Dotes on the go. I'm currently just sorting out my stream, so I'm just gonna let the draft progress a bit. But I see they have almost gotten through their opening bands. Some interesting bands from Clan Bacon actually, because I've actually seen them play quite a lot of Tree, and I was actually hoping they were going to pick a Tree, but maybe they're saving it for game 2. We'll see, we'll see. Sort of, you know, prepping for that game 2, thinking ahead. So it's going to be interesting. Cool bananas. We sorted on stream, nice. Cool. So we got Aura Gaming. They're coming out with some bans. So they've opted to ban 2 supports. Now that's interesting. I like those 2 supports. I think they're very good standard bans. I do know Clan Bacon play a mean Grimstroke, so I think that's a very good ban from their side. Cool, so they're moving quite quickly through. We do have an opening 2 picks from Clan Bacon, being Crystal Maiden and Brewmaster. So they've opted for a lot of team fight in those 2 picks. Oh, and Aura Gaming responding. So they've responded with a Rubric Underlord, and I quite like this patch. And specifically the Rubric in this match against the Brewmaster Crystal Maiden. But Underlord's been like a bit of a crazy hero this patch. If I'm not mistaken, he has a positive win rate against every single hero except for two heroes, and I think it's Ursa, and there was one more hero. So he's just powering through the ranked scene at the moment. So I'm happy to see this hero come through into some SA Dotes. It's you know, Aura Gaming showing that they're willing to, you know, pump out those OP heroes. We'll see how that pans out for them. I like it against Brew as well. I think, you know, it provides you a lot of sustain. You're going to build those natural pipes, crimsons. Those are powerful items against him. So it's a very interesting pick. So they've definitely picked up a powers hero with this Crystal Maiden. So they're probably going to have to look for a POS 4. Obviously the banning for now, I think they're focusing heavily on these cores. And I think all the bans are sort of rightly so, because, you know, Spectre, Clinks, Sven, they've all had their strong buffs. Bane's a strong hero. I haven't actually seen too much Bane, so it's hard to comment on the Bane ban. But I mean, you know, it's good against Brew. Amazing trader. 2 ways to stop Crystal Maiden's ulti. And I think that's what they were thinking. I mean, Aura Gaming must have been thinking that when they banned that, because oh no, wait. So they banned it. I actually think it could have been an interesting pick for them. But nevertheless, it still provides the double disable. Good trading. Clan Bacon opting for the Naga ban. Personally, I'm a fan of that. I'm a bit biased on that ban, I think, because that's one of my favorite heroes. Yeah, so I think standard bans. I'm interested to see how this transitions. Juggernaut. I don't know about the Juggernaut ban, so I think that's a bit of a strange one to me. I know that they've got the CM, you know, that's a very strong combo Juggernaut CM. You know, the Frostbite into the spin, huge magic damage. But I think Underlord's quite strong against Juggernaut. Unfortunately, respectfully, like they don't have a spin TP cancel here, so so you take it out. You don't want to have to lock yourself into getting, you know, a beast. Well, we wouldn't pick Beastmaster, but something that goes through BKB, essentially spin.
hero, you moron. 5 seconds, Morty.
Cool, so Aura picks up Disruptor. Good silence first Brewmaster and CM. Good catch. That was one thing that they are lacking on their side is catch. So that does sort of solve that. Trying to think what they would pick as a core here to link up with this Disruptor.
Come on, Dire team, pick it good.
So Peel still in the pool. Sven's out. They don't have a lot of lockdown on the side of Clan Bacon, so they could get away with something cheeky like a Weaver.
You really gotta pick a hero.
Because they need the physical. I do think they still need physical. They've got a reasonable amount of magic.
You better pick your hero. 5 seconds.
But the Weaver won't like carry the game because they could just pick something that goes as awkward very early on, and that could be a bit of a challenge. But let's think. So Clan Bacon needs some lockdown. They could opt for like a mag and then a sort of pos 1 that abuses RP and Empower. That gives them the lockdown, gives them a sort of strong output of DPS. So very interesting so far. I'm a bit perplexed on what the cores are going to be here. Just going to quick sticks jump out and have a look. So CK would be an interesting one that I've been hoping to see this patch. Luna. Okay, they haven't picked a hero yet. Void Spurt's still in. Terrorblade's in. So it's very interesting. They could combo with a Faceless Void. That could be quite cool. The only problem is Grave is like a bit of a challenge. Okay, so they opt for Puck. Very good. So okay, I think that's good against all 3 of Clan Bacon's heroes. I just think you could get countered now, so it's a challenge, but it is a good hero, and I think you have locked it in as pos 2. But it's just so good against the other 3 heroes that sure, you know, you can stop the Graves, you can stop the Brew ulti and CM ulti. You've got burst damage against these squishy heroes, so I'm very behind this Puck pick. I just would have liked to have seen him maybe as a last pick, but we'll see. I think it is a challenge. If it gets banned, you know, you're missing this really strong hero. So that's very interesting. Clan Bacon going for the TA. So TA gives them the damage. It doesn't provide them lockdown, which is a bit of a challenge. They do have a lot of slow, so that's quite interesting. I wonder if they went ABBA. I know they'll probably have to put it as pos 1 on the side of Aura Gaming, but I mean you can dispel a lot of stuff this game. So yeah, the Faceless Void being taken out, I actually liked it on both sides, because that provides the Clan Bacon with that like overall lockdown, like that Omega lockdown. Then your deeps can start coming in from TA, Brew. Drow and PL coming out from Clan Bacon in terms of bans. I think those are both very good heroes for them. They need the strong agi core, in my opinion. And Drow's an interesting one because she did get changes and a buff to multi-shot, which is very strong. So I think that's a very good ban. So we'll see. So I think they have to pick something with lockdown. They need a pos 1. It can't just be a single target lockdown, I don't think. It has to be something. I mean, I'd be alright with something that just has a little bit of lockdown even. What could they go? This is a challenging pick for them. So that they have damage, they have some team fight, and they go for Doom. Wow, okay. So that does provide them some lockdown / control. So that's interesting. I like it. Because I mean you're playing against Puck, so if you have Doom against Puck, that's always fun.
You really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left.
But we'll see how they play it. It's very interesting.
Choose your hero.
Wow. Deuce is interesting. I think Clan Bacon have a very early timing here. Aura Gaming definitely opting for shove out the waves with Puck and Underlord, build up this Deucer, and then just win the game at 40-50 minutes. So we're either going to see an explosive Clan Bacon game, or we're going to just see Aura Gaming just chip away and win this game. So I'm hyped. Let's see how this pans out.
Now, nobody wins.
No, I'm feeling it.
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Cool, and in we go. Clan Bacon versus Aura Gaming. Pause early on, sort of expected. So Clan Bacon on the Radiant. I'm interested to see how they lane this. Does look like Humble God is going to be on the Doom, which means it's probably a mid Doom, I think. Actually, that's a little bit baffling, but I think it could be interesting. Sort of standing laning phase, I would imagine, from their side on Aura Gaming. Lightning on the park, sort of fitting if you can like zip around like lightning. Wraith, gonna go Wraith bands on the Deucer, makes sense. I like it. That's actually a great name for a core, a core player. Disruptor Grapes. I suppose Disruptor looks like a little bit of a purple grape. Okay, the game's starting, no messing around. Okay. Nope. More pauses. Let's carry on. Distortion on Rubik. It's a little tricky one. Atomic on Underlord. So I'm a huge fan of this set. I don't know. It's a weird one. He looks so bulky, but like that hood. Spicy.
See you later, nerds.
See you later, nerds. Oof. Oof. That feels weird, man. Rubik, what's going on, dude?
See you later, nerds.
Okay, Dazzle's back in the game. So we got a Powers Dazzle. That's cool. I like that. I think it's a strong hero for Powers. Tamashi on the Brewmaster, very strong hero for this player. So we'll see if he can make some plays. I think it's important that he has a good lane, because he's going to be making plays once he hits 6. You know, and they definitely need to make plays when they hit their power spikes. You know, 6 on Brew, Doom hitting 6. So we'll see what they do with that. Yikes. SA Dotes. Grapes, my man. It's every SA game. But it looks like we're going into the game. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm interested to see how they lane this. It's gonna be interesting. Deuces not mid, obviously opting for the puck mid. I think that's good. And you kind of want a ranged hero against Brew, so he can't abuse that thunderclap as much. And TA is going mid, so Clancy's mid, okay. And then Humble God's on the pos 1 position. Interesting choice. I think this Doom, if he can hit those power spikes and have that farm, it's going to be very scary. I mean, if this Doom's running at you, phase boots with Doom, the blade thingy, it's gonna do a lot of damage. That's percentile damage straight to the face.
Ooh, 30 seconds until this place goes ham.
Looks like there might be a bit of a trade. I do see them trading bottom, but I think that Atomic does have to be careful here, yes, right. Because that Poison Touch level 1, in my mind, is overpowered. And I think if you're good at attack moving, it's just like even more overpowered. But they are chasing them away here. I think Atomic and Distortion are going to secure this rune, which is very big. You know, get some damage on Humble Guard. Looks like it's a 2 for 2. It is indeed. Okay. So the team's just trading out. I think that's very good. So we'll see. I think mid lane should be quite a stable lane. I think both these heroes need their farm. Refraction's quite good against Puck. So we'll see. I think bottom lane's going to be where a lot of contention is, because you're playing Doom into a strength hero, which is quite good if you level up quite a lot of Infernal Blade. Obviously you have to get Devour. It's just too strong this patch. So we see a little bit of trading here. Wow, the damage onto Wraith from these two heroes. Is he going to go down? Oh my word. I can't believe how much damage that was. That was so hype. Unfortunately, being level 1, Dusa just doesn't have that sustain from the shield. But I think, you know, from Clan Bacon's side, realizing that they actually have a power spike on level 1. Very good play from Trickster and Tamashi. Mid lane. Clancy playing behind the tower. Playing very well against it, but Lightning's having none of it. He's like, you're gonna tank some tower hits. Just showing him that this is not your lane. And you can't dive my tower. Setting a strong precedent. Mid lane getting very low, and Clancy, is he gonna go down? Puck is out of mana and he does have refraction. Should be fine in mid lane. Very, very strong plays coming from this Puck in this lane, showing that he's not scared to fight this TA. Just popping up the last hits here. Doom's doing very well in his lane. Did not necessarily expect that. I thought Underlord could pressure him a bit with Rubik. But the animation and base damage is quite strong from Doom. Even, I mean, the harass is amazing. I mean, Atomic is unfortunately quite low. Sort of, and they're also just shoving the wave. You can't control waves with Doom. They are going behind the tower. They're trying to get Distortion, but I think they're going to have to back out. Power's just tanking too many tower hits there. Some aggressive plays from both teams here, just sort of showing that they want to win these lanes. Understanding that the laning phase is where it starts. So let's see. Wraith does have his level 2. I think his lane starts stabilizing the higher levels he gets, but they are going to go on him, realizing that he doesn't have much mana, and they do bring him really low, but Disruptor with the kinetic field, it's just not enough. Unfortunately, couldn't save his core there. They're going on Distortion as well. Humble God diving the tower, and going to go for the courier, but Atomic is not letting him have it. Does not want to give away the courier. Unfortunately, I don't think that's worth it. I think bit of an overextension there. So we'll see what happens here. Atomic is level 3 now, getting close to level 4. Has got mana boots queued up and a wand. That's quite good in that lane. So let's see what's happening at top. Similar things. Dusa does have a Wraith Band and a wand. I think one's very good here. I didn't expect to see him in the off lane initially when they first picked it. But I think it's so strong with Brew. I mean, they drop that down and he just claps, and then Wraith has to run. But Tamashi is getting very low. Is Wraith going to be able to finish him off? Oh, and Disruptor grabs the last hit. Brilliant from their side. Not accepting this harassment from the Brewmaster anymore. And Humble God, they are putting out a lot of damage. He is tanking the wave. They do drop down the statics, the fire. But they're not going to be able to catch him, and Power's just poisoning him up, getting some good harass on him. Top lane, Brew's just coming back to lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tia has got an invis. I don't think she wants to rotate. There is a sentry mid, so she's not going to be able to abuse that too much. So we'll see. Things have slowed down a bit. Wraith is getting quite a lot more CS now, and the Doom's fallen off with that death bottom. I think Disruptor's got a lot of harass, opting for the second point in Thunderstrike. I quite like that. What I would like to see is him standing over here, and what he could do is every time he they do pop a couple spells on Wraith, but they won't go on him. But so if Graves was standing over here and he Thunderstrikes one of them here, and either they don't get one charges, or if he does get a one charge, he knows there's a ward over here that sees him. So it's an interesting way to find wards in the jungle, and to play around them having wands. It's a nice mechanic in Dota. Summit getting a bit low. Powers does have the Ring of Bassi, it's quite strong, but he is out of mana. Quite a mana intensive hero, this Dazzle. We'll see if he careers out in some region. I think he did. Yeah, he did. Just to sustain, Atomic does have 2 points in Atrophy Aura, so it's a little challenging. Mid going down, Clancy bringing down Lightning. Bit of a rough one for Puck. Unfortunately, I mean, they're quite even in net worth. And I just don't know if there's enough kill potential from Puck, whereas TA does have that threat. So I think Puck, if Puck can control some ruins, get some ganks onto the Wraith, they are going on Wraith, speaking of that, burning away all of his mana, but surviving nonetheless. So we'll see. Does pop the one charges. There is a haste room bot. If Puck sees us, that could be quite cool, because he does have the Dream Core, so that would be quite nice. But TA is going for it. Puck is now going for it. Who's going to get it? I've got a feeling Puck should orb onto this or run to it. Oh, it does deny it. Okay, that's fine. You don't want to haste a TA running at you. That's just not good. So he denies that. Clancy is manning up to Lightning here, but Lightning says no, I'm out, and Waning Rifts up to his tower. Bottom lane, Atomic doing Underlord things, you know, shove out the wave with your Firestorm, don't engage with the core, and just get your farm. Brewmaster going down, this Disruptor's making some plays here, you know. I think Trickster and Tamashi just sort of, I don't know, I kind of feel they have a strong lane, so I think, you know, you can make aggressive plays. It just seems like the Disruptor is setting up and saving his core and, you know, making those trades when he can. Bottom lane, Clancy does go bottom for a kill. Humbleguard getting very low. Can Clancy bring him down? Oh, they both go down there. Offlaner for core, that's very good plays. Aura Gaming getting some good trades here. Oh, and Dazzle went down as well. That makes it a very valuable fight for Aura Gaming. So we'll see how these lanes break down. The supports are starting to move around this map and the mids are making plays as the sixers start rolling out. We do see TA still bottom. Doom eating a wall stompy creep. I like it. Seen a lot of Dooms are keeping this creep quite late into the game. Ooh, nice. Disruptor opting to stack for this Deucer. Understanding that their win con is this Deucer, 100%, you know. Your Puck's gonna make space, your Disruptor's gonna get your Deucer fat. Like, you have to play to this timing. And I think from Clan Bacon's side, they need to play to their timings, you know, get the sixes they need on the Doom, Brew, get the BKB and the Deso on Clancy, on TA, and that's when you just start powering through towers. Wraith is getting super low here, can they find him? Tamashi's just going to change targets, he's had enough, he wants to get grapes here. But Trickster is getting hit by Wraith. They do change targets and Puck does come in to clean up, does drop the Dream Coil, and does get a double kill. Lightning showing that he wants to make his mark on this map. And Distortion, ring around the tree. But he does get brought down by Humble God. Humble God has queued up the drums Radiance. So I haven't actually seen too many core Dooms, but I think you have to go some itemization like that. Wraith, they do the pings coming out. Brewmaster is rolling in. He is going to slam. Gets brought down so quickly. And this Deucer was I think 3 levels ahead of the Brew when that happened. So that's pretty big. I mean, he just got level 5, close to level 6. I mean, that's a big kill. great plays, understanding that they have a lot of burst damage in this lane. Grapes, what you doing, bro? Are you gonna stack some more for your Dosa? Let's see. Come on, bro. Oh, it looks like Tricksters knows something's up. He's gonna stack. Okay. Clan Bacon aren't gonna realize this just yet. Oh, he's double stacking. Awesome sauce. Puck does go down in mid to TA. Oh, and they drop the Doom on Underlord. Let's see if he can get out of here. He is poisoned up. They are getting a lot of ticks onto him. This should be the end of Atomic here. He does go down to the Doom. Actually, to power was on the Dazzle. But that's still a good kill. Grapes getting caught out by Clancy. Does have the DD bottled. This could be big. He's looking very strong here. Level 10, got a lot of kills. 301. Does spot the stacks. This is horrible for Aura Gaming. These were to get the Deucer into the game. Instead, they're just powering up this TA. My word, this is horrible. Shame this Disruptor's work goes like from 10 out of 10 to it's unfortunately a 1 out of 10. They do bring down Power's bottom. Bit of a consolation to losing these stacks, but that is unfortunate. I feel sorry. Okay, he does cancel. He does see the DDTA there, fortunately. He must know his stacks are gone. That's a sad Pepe. I'm sorry, Grapes. They do go on the Deucer. They pop the Brew ulti here. Do they have enough damage? Wraither is running for his life. He does pop his wand. But Tamashi does have to be careful here. He is getting very low. Rotation from Distortion. The Brie is going to pop out. Do they decide to lift here and go for this? Instead, Distortion's in a bit of trouble here. They do drop the clap. But they do want to get out of here. Oh, Distortion's very low. Disruptor going down in the jungle. TA is just punishing this Disruptor. Unfortunately so. He made some good plays on the stacks and unfortunately it got punished. Bottom lane, are they going to be able to go on Atomic here? He should be able to get out. He does have ulti, but there is a lot of damage coming out from them. But he is getting stopped by this Pit of Malice. And top lane, Deucer going down. Clancy is making the space. I'm used to TAs just farming in my games, so this is slightly unusual for me. And I think it's good from Clancy, realizing that they can't just sit back. This is not the game to do that. You've got this farming Deucer who's got stacks in the jungle, deep in their jungle, so you gotta make the plays. Lightning does have an arcane run up and has ulti, so we'll see what he decides to do with this. I think that's a good power spike from them. So if they can line something up here, it will just make more space. Top tower should go down. Doesn't look like they are pressuring it. Grapes almost certain that there's wards here. Unfortunately, Grapes, I think they just wandered into your jungle, mate. You do get more stacks up, I like it. You know they don't have wards, so now you can comfortably do it. And I think your Deucer should do it soon, you know, having that Javelin. It's a very... Distortion. Very deep into the Radiant jungle here, does get caught by Trickster. Just slams him with one of these Crystal Novas. Puck getting gone on, doesn't juke that. Does drop his ulti. Lightning's getting very low. Doesn't have any spells. Unfortunately, is going to get broadened down. Clancy just blinking on him and revealing that blink dagger. Unfortunately, he had no way of knowing, you know. And blinking onto Grapes and three-shotting him. Oh, the plays from this guy is just unbelievable. He's just styling right now. He's happy where he is right now. He's feeling very comfortable. When you three-shotting heroes, I think rightly so. So I think Wraith needs to get these jungle stacks. He needs to just hit a couple farming patterns. You know, I don't think they can just 5-man into each other right now. I think Aura Gaming will come out second best. So I'd like to see Puck, Underlord just shove out their respective waves. Let Wraith get these stacks, which he is currently doing. Does have max split shot. Well, he's 1 point of max split shot, but 4 points of Mystic Snake. There is a jump onto the Puck again. Can Puck get out of here? He doesn't have any spells, does get blown up by the TA. Distortion finds himself in trouble as well, but there is a Disruptor ulti going to bring down the Brewmaster. Amazing plays. But TA wants more. He's chasing. He's like, I'm coming for you, Grapes. Wand popped by Grapes. There is TP responses from Atomic. Can they turn this into a big kill on Clancy? Clancy getting very low, does get glimmered by Trickster. So they should be able to get out.
Oh boy, Dyer's middle tower's under
So
attack.
we'll see how this pans out. Humble God and Power is just pressuring this lane. So we haven't seen too many rotations from Humble God on the Doom.
Dyer's bottom tower's under attack.
But it's gonna be powerful when he does come out, because he is sitting quite high up this net with phase boots, drums, and almost radiance. I'm assuming that's his power spike that he plays for. So let's see. Atomic opting for the pipe. I think there's a lot of magic damage. I think there's a lot of physical as well, so it's a bit of a challenge, you know, toss up between what do you go. Clan Bacon pressuring this bottom tower. Puck is here to try and D-push, but there are actually no creeps. He does jump on this Disruptor, who is getting blown up. They are baiting him up at high ground. What do they do here? They do drop a couple spells, dodge around the trees. They do have to get out of here. They just don't have the heroes. Atomic just making a play to get his heroes out of there. Yeah, both teams just opting, saying no, we're not going to fight. Humble God just flexing in mid lane behind this tier 1. Trickster needs to be careful. Dusa is level 11, so he is going to hurt. Yeah, Brewmaster frontline. Doom is running straight at Atomic. What are they going to do here? Puck does come in with the ulti, does hit Doom and TA, and the Disruptor ulti right on top of it, but Atomic wants to get them out of there. He says, this is enough, let's get out. Oh, and they do bring down the Disruptor. And Distortion getting caught up, TA just outputting the damage. Overall, a 2-for-1, they do get the call. Atomic TP's back in, and TA is just like, I'm gonna fight you, man. But can they get the kill? I'm not 100% sure. They do go into Mushy a bit here. But he does have to back out. He does blink in. Atomic is in trouble, but Puck does back him up, but he does get blown up, and a godlike spree on this TA. And Puck should be able to get out. Doesn't get out, unfortunately. Dusa's here with the ulti. He's going to come and clean up. Is he going to be able to pick up powers? Should be able to. One last hit. Does get the Grave TP. Clancy comes in with the Deso. Does he have Deso? Not quite yet. Kill on the Puck. Clancy getting very low. Do they have detection? They do know where he is. He does have blink in 2 seconds, so they do need to be careful. Does blink out in TP. A wild fight from both sides there. And I think overall, very good fight from Clan Bacon. You know, they only lost the Doom, which was quite a... I would say that was quite a big kill for Aura Gaming, because he hasn't got Radiance yet, so you delay that even further. But you do lose a lot of heroes for that. I mean, let's have a look. So you lost Disrupt... wait, no. So it was Disruptor, Rubric... Yeah, so you lost 5 heroes, I think. I think they lost the Disruptor twice, unfortunately. Or I might be mistaken. I'll have to go watch this later and figure that one out. So let's see what they can do. They definitely... So we've got to pause here. So let's just have a quick look. Dusa seems to be having a bit of connectivity issues. So they're almost... Well, I mean, they're close to Pipe Mech on the Underlord. That's a reasonably big power spike. They just need to negate the damage. I think they're just getting blown up too quickly. You know, they're losing one hero as this fight starts, and that's a challenge. You know, because you kind of have these heroes that are not ready to fight as well. So you're kind of having these 3v5 fights, actually. So they just need to stop that first hero getting burst. So we'll see. Clan Bacon, let's see what's going on their side. They have a Vlad's that's very good in fighting early on. In fact, actually, I'm loving Vlad's at the moment. This change, it's a bit weird. I mean, you're getting 18% damage, and that's what I love about it, but you're not getting the aura buffs of like armor and stats, and but I think the 18% damage is just huge. I mean, wait, let's just have a look. Okay, so it's just 18% damage. I'm assuming those are all auras, right? You're providing the damage buffs, because like TA with the regen and the damage aura, that would be amazing.
Let us skirmish.
So there's a reconnect on the Deucer, but they are going to wait a moment. So let's have a look. This Glimmer's been power on Trickster. I mean, you know, if you can just save a TA, because a TA is inertly just going to like jump behind a tower, do a bunch of stuff, get a kill or two, and then have to get out. You know, and Blink isn't going to get her out. Refraction might get her somewhat out, but we're back into the action. So let's see what the game plan is here. They are going to go for an early Roche. I think that was the Deso pickup. That must have been the Deso pickup right now. So that triggered them there. And I don't think Aura know this. I don't even know if they could contest it. I mean, they could, but it would have to be an ideal situation. I mean, they do know. Is Grape's going to pop the ulti here? He does opt for the ulti. He gets a 4-man ulti with 4-man Dream Coil. But who's going to get Aegis? They do drop the Brewmaster. Humble God. They do get the Aegis onto Clancy. He does pick up the puck. That's amazing from them. But a good Disruptor ult and Dream Core. Unfortunately, the damage wasn't enough to bring them all down, but they do get 2 heroes. That's power from them. Losing the Aegis, but I think they were losing it anyway. The puck can't jump in there. Atomic just gonna TP out. He knows Clancy can't stop the TP. Wraith getting very close. I'm assuming he has the MKB recipe. So that's quite a big spike for him, outputting damage. Is going for the Manta. I do like Manta on Deucer this game. But it would be quite cool to see him get like a Linken's maybe. Because I think if he gets doomed and initiated on before he gets his ulti, that's like pretty... But Clancy just goes on him right now. It's like, I'm gonna go on you and force your ulti. And he has to respond with the ulti. There's no two ways about it. The damage output is too much from TA. Securing them the bot ruins. Humble God is chasing Grapes, forcing out the glimpse. Oh, okay, that was an ensnare. That wasn't the clumsy net. I was like, how did you do that? Thought he just... Tamashi? Okay, he's just flexing there. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't trying to go on anyone. He was just like, hey, I'm here. I've got some stomps. I got ulti. And does pop the ulti now. He wants to initiate this fight. Does throw out a stun to Wraith. Let's see what his plan is here. He is going to throw up Atomic, force them back. They're going to pressure this tower. Bit of a interesting ulti. Obviously, you know, playing for objectives. Does jump onto the Rubric. They do blow him up. There is a Disruptor ult though. Puck does get the Dream Core on. Can Clancy go down? They do bring down the Underlord. That is huge amounts of damage. There is a Doom onto the Deucer. Clancy does jump in onto the Deucer, but Deucer is very tank right now with is out of mana though. So we'll see what happens here. I think Clan Bacon should just back out of here. And they do decide to. So overall, that's an alright fight. I think, you know, with the amount of spells that were dropped there, it's actually quite impressive that only one hero died there. But Clan Bacon's like, this is our timing, we're gonna push, where's the next tower? Let's go. We have Aegis, you know, we have a TA who's gonna have a BKB soon, you know. So I would say within like 2 charges of that BKB they need Raxus. And I think they know this too. There was a TP out, I'm not sure where he TP to. Oh, okay, he's just cleaning up some bounties. So I do think they need to be careful. Doom isn't as tanky as he thinks he is, but he does get glimmered and they do back. You don't have... I think you could do that if Dazzle was there, because then you can at least get saved and, you know, healed up. That's a little tricky, because he hasn't opted for, like, the strength build. He's opted for this, like, high damage, sort of lane pushing build. Slightly slower build, so it is interesting. Which doesn't allow you to necessarily just run up the hill. But I think they could jump on mid. They are looking at top tower, which is probably the right move. I don't think they have too much time on this Roche. It should actually be claimed in a couple minutes. And I think Aura Gaming are just waiting that out. They know 2 lives on Clancy, that's just too much. And I agree with them. You know, try get up your next items, hopefully finish the pipe before the next fight. I think that's important for them. But I think Clan Bacon aren't going to give them a chance. They're just like, we're going high ground. Who's up there? Clancy just jumps on Atomic, does blow him up, but there's a huge Disruptor ulti here. Getting 4 of them there. Puck does come in and drops the Dream Coil, but 2 died before the Dream Coil. Wraith is just standing right in front of them and just cleans up the Doom. Disruptor getting very low. TA's getting very low, does die after the Aegis has been dropped. This is a disaster for Clan Bacon. That was their big power spike. I hope they can figure out how they're going to play this next fight. Wraith is chasing Trickster, but Trickster does have a blink. Should be out of there. Oh, and Power's getting caught by Atomic and just getting brought down. That was a disaster. I'm not even sure where it went wrong. I think this Disruptor's had some amazing ultis. You know, hits those amazing ultis and Puck counter initiates, and it's like so perfect because they can't play around it because they're in Disruptor ulti. And he's like, I just won a fight probably for our team. I'm gonna double stack for the Deucer, you know, get him a couple kills, stack a couple jungle camps, get an outpost. I mean, that's efficiency. That's what you want to see from your supports. And I think overall, Clan Bacon, yes, they lost that fight, and it is a challenge for them, but they're still in the lead. You know, that wasn't a BKB from TA. I mean, this BKB is still 10 seconds, so that is a huge deal, you know. So we'll see what they do with that. And this TA's had a smashing game so far, so him with a BKB, it could be big. So I think they need to play around that. I think they need to not be scared of going high ground. You know, currently Aura Gaming are outside of their base. They are hanging around here. So they could look for some kills. And Clancy's been very aggressive, so I think he should keep it up. Clancy is very close to these heroes. Do they have vision here?
This'll come in handy.
Decides to just back out. Bounty spawning. They were going to clean up quite a few anyway. I think they're going to get all 4, in fact. Very good. Deucer getting very close to this Manta. I think that's a very, very big power spike. Cleaning up these awesome stacks. I love it. So this Puck has Yules, has got a queued up Blink and a Ags. I like the item choices, I just think it's a lot of gold. This Puck needs some farm, and unfortunately they're prioritizing this Deucer entirely, so Puck is going to struggle finding farm. I mean, Puck literally can't farm this triangle because Deucer's here. Does opt to push out this wave, which is good. Does need this farm. I think Clan Bacon should push here. I mean, there's still this 10-second BKB. He is going MKB next, which I think is good. Yeah, okay, so Deuce has got the Manta. Yeah. And queuing up the Scotty next, which is very good against Dazzle, CM, TA. Very good item. So there's a couple heroes grouping up in their jungle. But I think Aura Gaming know this, and that's why they're sort of huddling around their tri-camps. So we'll see how they play this. They haven't currently smoked up, so I definitely think Aura Gaming know about this, just by the way they're playing here. So they've been forced into their base. So they have 2 options. Keep this up, which is a very good option, but I think it can be a bit risky. Or force a high ground. And I think if you force the high ground, I think you can get one fight and the game could end. So the reward is there. But you could slow roll it, you know, play for those like slow pick-offs, control the games, sort of suffocate them in their own base. But it is a challenge, and I think it kind of comes down to this Underlord Puck scenario where, and Rubric and Disruptor, to be honest, and do so, is they can just shove waves. Like, I think every one of them has a respectable way of shoving out a wave. So we'll see how that pans out. Okay, so Underlord opted for the Greaves. I'm actually really happy he did that. I think it's better than Pipe. And because you can basically remove quite a lot of the spells from the Radiant team on Clan Bacon. So instead of having to pipe, you can just debuff it all, you know. It's just another option, obviously, and then just have a low cooldown heal. Puck, I mean, Dazzle getting caught out here, does get brought back. His team isn't here. I don't know how he's going to get out of this. He is getting blown up. He should go down, yeah. Powers, unfortunately they have the catch, you know, the glimpses, the pit. So it's a bit of a challenge for you know, support on the Radiant. To you have to kind of sit behind your cause. Even if he graved there, I don't think he would have survived. So we'll see. I do think that the Radiant are farming quicker, but I am concerned. You know, Dusa is farming very quickly. I mean, there's a smoker from the Dire, so let's see what happens here. They do want to fight. Looks like Puck is baiting middle. Yeah, the smoke gets popped and they kind of sort of back off from each other. It was a bit of an odd smoke because they kind of ran at them. I think they thought that they were rushing. So I think that's a very good. They do find the Dusa, who does pop the ulti. There's a Brewmaster ulti. Let's see what happens here. They are bringing down these Tamashi creeps very quickly. Distortion gets blown up, and can Wraith get out of here? Double BKB pop. And a Doom onto the Dusa, who's getting blown up right here. And Grapes is going to go down. There's just so much damage output coming from him. I think that was a huge reveal on the double BKB. Well, not necessarily a reveal, but first item usage. Disruptor getting an amazing ulti again, but this time just wasn't effective because they had the BKBs. They are going on an Atomic who just cannot survive this damage. Oh, and he does live. He makes it. And they're actually getting return kills here? Oh, this will be huge if they can get a couple kills here. Dusa does buy back. Humbleguard getting very low here. Can they pick him off? They can indeed. Tamashi, you're getting very low. Can he get out? He does pop the Essence Ring. TA jumps in and is making Distortion's life horrible. And Wraith, this is a dieback if you die here. Oh, and he does go back and Lightning's in trouble. Does he have any spells to get out of here? Clancy is waiting for him. He knows. Down he goes, almost does the auto attack there. Does pop out and oh, it's just not far enough. Trickster with the godlike spree. Can they bring down these buildings? There's no buyback on the Dusa. This could be game. Unfortunately, that was just not what they needed right there. And brilliantly executed from the Radiance on Clan Bacon. They sort of knew that these power spikes and these 10-second BKBs were online. And sort of abused it, you know, and I think that's very clever on their part, you know. They tried the early racks, it didn't work, and then they just were like, you know what, let's deal with BKBs, and they worked. So I think that's great plays. They should get 2 racks here. I don't think Puck will buy back here, we'll see. They're kind of short on a couple ultis here. Oh, they actually have all their ultis up already. Disruptor and Puck have ultis. Cool. Sorted out my headset, sorry guys. So let's see what's happening. Still pressuring this tower. TA jumps in. He wants to fight. He pops another BKB and kills Distortion again. I feel so sorry for Distortion. He's just trying to play support. And TA's ruining his life. They bring down Atomic. Lightning getting caught. but there's a great ulti from Disruptor. Unfortunately, okay, Puck's gonna survive, but they lost in the next Rax. Deucer is up, so I think Clan Bacon need to be kind of careful and respect this Deucer. Yeah, it looks like they're content with these 2 Raxes. I think you need to be very careful. You don't have your Bruce Split. Humble God? Yeah. So he went... Yeah. Okay, so they're like, we can still fight. Humble God's back. He's got BKB. He's going to front line. Brewmaster does jump in. Slams on the Deucer. TA gets controlled up. Brilliant ulti from Trickster. Can they bring him down though? There is a grave to save him. Rubric with the steal does get stopped for Humble God, does get blown up. They do have to back up. Clancy going for Grapes does bring him down. Tamashi jumps forward, gets Wraith. That's a triple kill for Clancy. Sure, huge amounts of damage coming from them. They are busy cleaning up the last racks. We'll see. I think there's no buyback on the Deucer, so they can make one last stand here with the Puck Dream Coil. But it's a bit of a dire fight here that they're going to take. Clancy does jump on the Puck, who gets out with a blink. Clan Bacon's going for the end. Yeah, they realize there's no buyback. They know the Juicer bought back previously. There is a root Dream Coil. Yeah, they decide they're not going to dive Fountain. What a game, guys. There was some serious power spikes on both teams, and unfortunately, I think Clan Bacon were just like hitting those power spikes hard. You know, when they hit those double BKBs, it was like bam, fight, racks, fight, bam, racks. You know, it wasn't. They didn't waste time on those fights. So I mean, that was a hype game. So let's. I don't know if this is a best of 3, so I'm gonna find out for you guys. And then I'll see you guys in game 2. We'll take a bit of a break. Looks like all the guys are getting ready for game 2. So that was a hype game 1. So I think from just to sort of sum up what I'd like to see from Aura Gaming a bit more here, just to bring the game back is I think they need to pick up a bit more tempo. I mean the puck was amazing, I think, for that kind of a game. But I don't know. I haven't played Deucer in this new patch, but I think it's a challenge because these high tempo heroes can invade your jungle, pressure you, hit higher timings. So we'll see. I'm not 100% sure what I'd pick, but I think they need to bring up the pace because I know Clan Bacon can be quite aggressive. So we'll see how it goes. But I think I was so impressed with Grapes that game. That those ultis were huge. I mean, the only reason that last fight went so badly at their axes was those BKBs. That double BKB, Doom, TA, they hit those timings, they popped them, and then I think it caught them by surprise as well. They were like, cool, we got them in this, we got our control on them, and then just bam, bam, and they ran after them and just cleaned up. So I think maybe they were just caught in unawares because I think they were kind of turning that game. You know, that second last fight at the racks. I mean, they cleaned up there on the side of Aura Gaming. So I mean, maybe they could go for a similar lineup like they had before. But let's see. I think both teams are ready, so we're going to be jumping in, and we'll see how the drafts pan out. Well, I don't know if they put me in the broadcaster slot. Okay, I think I'm just casting to Twitch, but that's fine. I don't want them to have to restart their game. We'll also see. Maybe we're lucky and we're still in the broadcaster slot. Cool. So we've got the drafts underway. If I remember correctly, Aura Gaming went for... Okay, they respect banning here straight up. They're like, that Brewmaster was a challenger name. And I think Wraith, rightly so, could be punting for that. Because it was quite punishing. I think the Brew dropped off a bit. But that level 1 damage was like out of this world. Clan Bacon, they banned the tree again. I want to see Powers play tree. Come on, bruh. Alright. Okay, so they don't ban the Jakiro and they pick it. I think that's a nice way to secure a sort of not playing against Jakiro, who they banned last game, and sort of squeezing in the Brew ban. So very cool play from them. I think this hero is actually very good at the moment. Stable support, strong pusher, good team fight. And Clan Bay can respond with a clockwork. I think that's a huge hero against Jack. I don't think Jack likes a clockwork at all. But nothing too scary. I mean, it's probably a pos 4 and a pos 5 pick right now, so it's nothing too hectic.
To pick your hero, you moron. You better pick your hero. Come on, entire team, pick it good.
Tusky. It's a good save. I think that's what they needed last game, was a bit of save. So I'm quite happy with that. And also, it's quite a mobile hero. So that's kind of the tempo aspect I was talking about earlier. So if they can bring this
5 seconds left
sort of
now.
higher paced game, I think they can put Clan Bacon on a bit of a back foot there. We'll see how the response is from Clan Bacon. So I'm a fan of this duo. This is a good support duo. I don't want to see a core Tusk, but I've seen a few, and it does have like these insane games, but then it also respectfully has like really bad games. So that's why it's a risky one if it's core. But I'm pretty sure your first two picks, if they're Jakiro Tusk, that's your support duo.
Radiant team ban.
Lich. So I've seen a few teams picking up Lich. I'm not sold on the hero, but I've never liked Lich. I think the changes to him were good, in terms of the reworks and everything. So I think it is a good hero. I can't.
5 seconds
This
left.
hero
It'll
just
be fine.
is weird for me, but I do think it's a good pick. That Frost Shield is amazing. Your ulti's good. You're a good laner. Um, Actually, I think I hate Lich because of that sacrifice ability. So maybe I shouldn't be too harsh because they've gotten rid of that. There's no
10
more
seconds to
Lich
pick your
Enigma
hero.
lanes where they just like
Radiant
deny,
team
deny,
ban.
deny. Spectre, Monkey King bans. Yeah, I'm alright with seeing those go. I think Monkey is a weird underrated hero at the moment. He got like a mad buff in the in the last patch. He got like 3
You really
base
gotta pick
armor.
a hero. You got 10
Let's have a
seconds
quick
left.
look. Oh, it was the one before. I need to quickly find a Monkey King. Where is he? Come on. Here we go. Base 3 armor, yeah. And then the Jinga rework was a bit weird. Buffed his ulti a little, yeah. Some buffs. So overall, I think it's a good hero. Troll, Clinks. I think these were the same bans as before. I don't remember Troll being banned. But Troll is a very good hero. I think they have some control for Troll, but I mean, that you don't want that situation where he gets BKB and he just starts like running through your team. That's a challenge. So they have decided they're just like we're not playing against it. So no Troll for Clan Bacon.
Oh, Dire team ban.
Banning the Juggernaut again. They do ban it again. I prefer Juggernaut this game so I like this ban as opposed to the previous one because Lich Juggernaut is very strong. I think the CM Juggernaut's a bit on the fence at the moment, just because CM's like in a
10
slightly
seconds
weird
to pick your
space.
hero. You
So
moron.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, 5 seconds left now.
Yeah. I'd be happy if Clan Bacon just banned out a PL or something, yeah, because they currently don't have much wave clear. Um, even a TB Naga would also be alright. Because I think that's what Aura Gaming are looking for, is this sort of late game hero.
Dire team pick.
Okay, they banned the Slark. I mean, Slark does well against Clock and Lich, but they're very open to like PL, Terrorblade, Naga. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm not 100% sure if Aura Gaming play those type of
Oh
heroes,
man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left
but
to
I
pick a
think,
hero.
If Wraith is playing heroes like
5
Dusa,
seconds,
he
40.
must be
It'll be
quite
fine.
familiar with those heroes. So we'll see if they go that route.
Radiant team pick.
Oh no, Clan Bacon, what are you doing, bro? Trickster, dude. Bruh. I don't even know how to respond to that.
You really
Techies.
gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left.
Come on, Aura Gaming, just pick like TA Wraith King or TA Anti-Mage and just be like, screw techies, we're gonna counter you. Man, that's... Ah, they picked techies, what? Come on, bruh, is this a wait, who would play it? It would be Trickster's hero, right? They pick Pango. How does Pango do here? High mobility, high tempo, clears waves. I think it's a good hero. I think you do have to pick a techie's counter, unfortunately. The hero is toxic. It's a toxic hero. Bruh, Trickster, I can't believe you did this to us. Dude, if this is a 70-minute game, I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna go silent like 20 minutes in, and I'll see you guys at like 60 minutes. Yikes. So I think there's a couple ways of... I actually, funny enough, played against a techies today. And I picked anti-mage into it, and actually, you're actually so strong against techies that you actually end the game at a reasonable time with anti-mage. Because you kind of lane well against him as well. But Clan Bacon just did something very interesting that I actually like. They actually picked up the core Wraith King. And that's pretty cool because it denies the pick straight up from Aura Gaming. And Wraith King's amazing against techies. You know, you hit 6, and techies no longer is going to get pick-offs on you. Like, he has to have some help. He can't just pop bombs whenever there's a Wraith King around unless he knows the ulti's off. And then when you get to level 20, it's like never going to happen. So that's a huge deny from stopping Aura Gaming getting that hero. So, but it does make anti-mage better. Just throwing that out there. So we'll see if they go that route. It is a bit of a challenge. Then you have like really solid. You have a lot of melee heroes. But I think it could be very good this game. Because they currently have not many answers to anti-mage. Like a farmed Wraith King maybe. But like he has to be farmed and it has to be like over level 20. So we'll see how that pans out. Man, my voice is getting sore. I hope this isn't a 60-minute game. It's fine. I'll take it easy on some of the fights. We'll just take a chilled stroll through the 20 to 40-minute section. Void Spirit. So they're opting to go for this like higher tempo plays, which I think is good. I think you have this lineup that kind of says, techies, we're gonna take you on before you start delaying the game, and that is quite big because Wraith King also doesn't want to be pressured in that same time zone. So that's like your 20 to 30 minute mark, maybe even like 20 to 35-minute mark. You basically like, we're gonna close out the game in 20 to 30 minutes, or we're gonna have such an advantage at that point that techies feels bad, or Wraith King is like also feeling quite bad. So I like this Void Spirit pick. It's solid. I think it also leaves their lineup quite open. I've seen mid Pango, mid Void Spirit before. Seen 4 Void Spirit, but I think it's definitely not a 4 Void Spirit. And I'm pretty sure, because it's a 2 Void Spirit, it's probably a 3 Pango, 4 Tusk. So I think from the side of Clan Bacon, they should be able to work that out and, sort of counter pick the Void Spirit. But I don't know what counters him. I think Ember is supposed to be like pretty good against him. So we'll have to see on that. I don't know if Clan Bacon play Ember though. Surely Clancy plays Ember after seeing his TA. It's a similar playstyle, like just basically jump behind towers with your ulti. Clean up supports. So they ban out the Oak and ban out Anti-Mage. Okay, so that Anti-Mage ban is huge. I'm not actually sure what they go, so they need a pos 1, they can't go TA, they've kind of locked themselves into the Void Spirit mid.
You really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds.
What is high magic resist? They could go, is Spectre in the pool? No, Spectre's out. Okay, let's just wait and see. They've only got like 5 seconds, so they need to pick something right now. Okay, they get it off. Okay, they go for Sven. So, it is a strength hero. It does output damage. It is quite meta. I think that's a safe pick. I would have preferred anti-mage, but Clan Bacon said no. They said no to the tree. They would like no anti-mage either.
You really gotta pick
Feels
a hero.
weird,
You got
man.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Do they just pick Pudge here and just go full memes? Full memes, bro. Okay, they go the Ember. So they do play Ember, very similar to TA. I think that's a strong hero here. I think it's good against Void Spirit. I'm open to correction on that, but I think it's actually very good against Void Spirit. But is there really anything good against Void Spirit? That's the real question. Looks like Nezuko is flexing with some Wraith King Arcanas. So overall, as much as I hate to say it, I like Clan Bacon, and their lineup, I like Clan Bacon's lineup, and I think it's good. I hate techies though, so that's why I don't want to like it. But I think Aura Gaming's got amazing timings on their side. I think this is a more high tempo draft than them, so I think they could bring this game, you know, and sort of level out the series. I think this Void Spirit and Pango can hit some strong timings. Those early timings pressure the other lanes, sort of hurt Wraith King and Techies' game. So we'll see how those pan out. I think it's very interesting.
This pleases I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone. Friends,
Tell me someone
let
saw
us
that.
skirmish.
Just happened.
Cool, welcome back to the game. Game 2 between Clan Bacon and Aura Gaming.
Why aren't they doing anything? They're just
So there's been a switch of the sides. So we've got Clan Bacon on the Dire and Aura Gaming on the Radiant. Bit of standard laning. The Void Spirit is going mid with the offlane Pango. I think that's very standard. I think Atomic has an advantage in this lane. You know, Tusk, if he pops the tag team and you put your Q on him, I think that actually does that proc. I wonder. Vector target Pango dashes along the line, then slashes in 7 quick fire. I'll have to test that out. Might actually proc. Trickster on the techies. We'll see. I think Wraith on the Sven should be alright against techies. He just has to be very careful of, obviously, you know, suicide and bombs and things. Clancy securing the bounty. He is. Yeah, that looks standard. Let's see. Is there going to be a 2-2? There is 3 heroes here. Are they going to go on Humble God? They do drop their spells down. They are going on him. He is getting brought down. He does have a shield on him, but Humble God is getting so low. They just need a little bit more damage. There is another Jewel Breath. They do land it on Humble God. He is getting very low. The DOT is going to bring him down. Do they die for this? Humble God is getting very low. Oh, he survives on 10 HP. Oh, that feels weird, bro. Very nice though. You know, you burn the cause, solve. He can't play as aggressive. I like that. You know, set your hero up for the landing phase with his aggro plays. 300 ping anyone? with 0 ping, 0 to 1. I think I must be next to the server probably. Yeah, that is a yikes. 300 ping's a lot. Oh wow. Seems like there's a few heroes with, or a few players on the Aura side having some ping issues.
Holy moly! Oh boy.
Looks like we're gonna get a resume. It seems like it's all back to normal. So let's see how things go. Humble back up to roughly full HP after that little skirmish. Clancy is getting a little bit harassed here. Lightning pulls him into the wave there to get that extra harass. Very strong play from Lightning. Like to see that from mid laners. Abuse that the creeps. They do a lot of damage early on. Wraith getting hit by that 35 damage. Feels weird. Does throw out the stun there. Little tricksy stun for Tamashi. Top lane's a bit static. I think they both need hit levels. I think Distortion needs to hit at least snowball shards before they can look for a kill in that lane. Do see a couple spells coming out on bottom. Wraith has burnt up a bit of regen. He is opting to go for Midas. Now that's actually quite cool because the new Midas is actually super good. I'm like buying Midas on a lot of heroes now. I think those changes are good. I think it's a good item on Sven right now. You get the extra attack speed. You need the XP. Does throw out the stun for the range creep. I like it. Wraith is playing good. They do swap powers. Oh, they do get the tag team with the Q. I'm not 100% sure if that worked, but that was a lot of damage coming out into powers. He is going to have to be careful. There is a snowball on this Tusk. If they spot him out, they're going to just combo him with the swashbuckle. So do need to be careful there. Techies should see this courier coming and does have base damage, so he technically can right click things. The bombs are spotting out the... He does go for the courier, and it turns out Techies only needs 2 last hits to kill it. There's an amazing card onto Wraith, but Wraith is like, nah, I'm out of here, mate. Does he go down? He does go down, but Trickster's also going to pay for it with his life. Overall, not a bad trade. I think support for the cause always value. And mid lane, Lightning forcing out Selvin on Clancy. Sort of standard mid lane things. Interesting plays. So they're comboing out the cogs. Whoops, camera. There we go. Back in action. So they're comboing out the cogs with the techies. Now that's a bit cheesy, but it's strong. And we saw it there. I mean, Sven is a strength hero, so he inertly just has more HP than most heroes. So he should survive quicker. They do try and go back on him, but he is just going to run away. He has reasonable move speed. Tamashi just drops out and does get the mana burn on 2 heroes there. Atomic. They are going on Wraith King. There's a lot of damage. That tag team is putting so much damage, and he just drops so quickly. So on the side of Aura Gaming, they've got their own cheesy combo in a way at top, you know, with this tag team in Swashbuckle. From what I saw, it did a lot of damage there. Even if it doesn't proc on the thing, you're still hitting him, right? And that's outputting a lot of damage on a Wraith King who, you know, he sits on the same HP as Wraith King. So they're both like facing these huge burst off lanes. So it's going to be challenging for both cores on either side. So we'll see how that pans out. Both heroes going for the regen. But Clancy's just too quick on the trigger to get that regen. He knows Lightning doesn't have any mana. So he's just outputting damage as much as he can. And Lightning just hopping away. Sort of memeing with the loser spray. Oh my word, dude. What a meme. So let's see how these last hits are going. Sort of static a bit. I think Sven's having like a really good lane right now. He's sitting on 28 last hits. He has had a death, but so is Wraith King. So I actually think, I mean, he's about 11 CS ahead of Wraith King, so I think that's very good. There is a snowball onto top. They are going on powers. Are they going to be able to get him? There is a tag team. Is he going to use the swashbuckle? He does. Tag team outputting a lot of damage again. Distortion does need to get out of here. Humble God does have a stun. There is a solvent to Distortion, so he should be able to get out of here. The stun does come through, but Distortion's going to have Snowball again, so they're just going to be able to output some more damage. Atomic does have a Swashbuckle. Does have Swashbuckle again. Humble God needs to be careful. He could go down here. Atomic misses the... Oh, but they still get the kill. But he missed the Swashbuckle, dude. You got me stressing, mate. Oh, my word. Oh... And Lightning jungling there. Interesting rotation from Trickster. He does have Blast Off and level 2 Bomb, so we'll see how this goes. No chains from the Ember, so it will be a hard kill if they try to do this, because he does have ulti. And that should get him out of most things here. So we'll see what they do. Where's your flying out? So okay, so he's got a Bracer, which helps. They do throw out the bomb. There is a chase. Can they get him? The silence is going to end. He is going to just jump out. He decides to actually turn this. Clancy's in trouble here. He does jump out. Is he going to get Trickster? He does ultimate. Does get him. Clancy's in trouble now. He doesn't have ulti. He just gets brought down. That's huge for the side of Aura Gaming. Getting a bit aggressive there. I think amazing plays on Aura Gaming there. You know, sort of rotating those supports in, letting Lightning sort of flex with his ulti in a way, you know, because he actually dodged the remnant from Ember, just sort of diving back into the techies and just cleaning up. So very good on their side, and I think that those high tempo heroes are just giving them that speed they need, you know, to like win these lanes. So we'll see if they can keep that up. I think Clan Bacon need to respect their. They just need to sort of step it back a bit, I think, and farm, because they are getting the farm. They just need to abuse it when they hit some other timings. I mean, they looked for the kill when the Ember had ulti, which is very good. Wraith King getting gone on top. Panko does have ulti already, so they're going to abuse it, but he does get encircled. Can Humble God dodge here? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to dodge it. It does go down. Amazing plays from Atomic. I'm a huge fan of this lane. The more I see it play out, I didn't quite know how it would work, but it looks amazing from what I'm seeing so far. Tamashi is running onto Wraith, does pop the thing, does get the... Will he get the cogs off? Just doesn't have enough mana, unfortunately. They would have been able to get enough damage onto Wraith. So we'll see. Wraith King has decided to move into the jungle, and I'm actually a fan of this. I think this is the right play from Clan Bacon. You know, Humble God's had a tough lane. He has to hit those timings. They can't send him back top, because, you know, Atomic is 6. He's got his ulti. Wraith King doesn't. That's a big issue. So they're going to send him jungle, let him hit those timings. He's also going Midas, which I do like to see. Great way to catch up, super strong at the moment, got some awesome buffs. So I'm glad both heroes are going for this. Wraith actually has his top Pango going down. Powers with an amazing play to take out Atomic on his own. Does he drop his ulti for that? He didn't drop his ulti for that. That's impressive. But does pay for his life, but that's amazing. I mean, at that point you can be like, Wraith King, get your 6, come back to lane and farm. Because he's made some space there. That is huge. Techies, doing some techies things. He does have a soul ring, so this is where he sort of like starts to get that map control going. You know, you can start dropping those mines like so much more. It's actually really strong. We do see a rotation from the Ember. This could be big. He is level 8, does have 4. There is no stun. They just used it. This should be the sign to go. They do get the cogs and race, and the techies just blow him up. Huge damage. Clancy wants more. Lightning does rotate. They do get the chains on Jakiro. Lightning gets ultied by Powers and controlled. Powers doesn't have enough mana to get out if they want to go more here, but it looks like they don't want to fight this. Clancy is also out of mana. Just a cheeky little damage. The hookshot does land on the range creep. Can he get the thing? Tamashi does ulti in. Should get the kill and does get it with a remnant. Very nice play. There is a snowball onto Powers. Powers needs to get out of here very quickly. Okay, Distortion realizes his team is not going to back him up. They are just too low. His tricks are going to pick up another courier. Oh, he does it. This time it was 3 auto attacks, so it is getting harder for him. Slightly harder. So overall, I think good rotations from both mid laners, sort of respecting the fact that they need to find these kills. Wraith deciding he wants to go jungle. I'm also kind of alright because he has his Midas, he's got what he needs out lane, he's got 4 points in cleave. But it kind of comes down to like, can Wraith King hit a timing that can pressure Sven? Because he's not going to out-farm Sven, probably not. I mean, he's just god strengthening and hitting creeps with cleave, max cleave. So that's pretty good farm. I mean, that's a good farm rate. But he is level 7 now. He's almost got his rads. He's got phase boots. Picked up a cheeky royal jelly. I would actually give it to Techies and Ember. Let's see what he does. Come on, Humble God. Farm is more important. So does pop a cheeky one on himself. Can respect that. Atomic getting very low. They do drop the ulti on him. There is a stun, but the save from Atomic gets blown up there. Don't know how he got blown up there, but Humble God is straight back up with his ulti and just slams down the Tusk. Amazing plays from Powers there to realize that they could actually get that kill. I was amazed by the damage that came out there, and that's his Midas right there. Went from 1,000 gold. There is a Tamashi. It does find grapes, and the power of the clock against does use the hookshot just to secure the kill. Problem with Jakiro versus the Techies, and it's why I actually like the clock this match, is you can't get any spells off when you get battery assaulted. It's such a challenge. So I'm hoping Jakiro can get a 4-star for Yules. I think those are his 2 options. So we'll see. Humble God does get a couple stacks from his supports, which is nice to see. Wraith is going for the Echo Saber. Awesome item at the moment. Did get that new buff where you can upgrade it into Silver's Edge. But I wouldn't say it's worth it in this game, but it's pretty cool on heroes like Slark. Tamashi needs to be careful here. Atomic is outputting a lot. He's got the Javelin, so I mean that's going to output damage. They need to be careful there. Ember does come top. Wraith King is here as well. Distortion and Wraith are just like, nah dude, we're not fighting you. And very rightly so, this guy is level 10. Bottom lane, Techi's going down. Tamashi, is he going to go down? Atomic with the Rolling Thunder to clean up 2 kills. 2 kills going to Grapes though, so I mean he could go for the 4-star for the Yules here. I think that's, you know, it's going to help them against the Techies, the Ember, Clockwork, and Lich as well. So we'll see what he opts for. Okay, so Techies is going Mana Boots Ags. I am a big fan of this. I think Ags is too good on him not to go. So we'll see if he can farm it. This is always the challenge with Techies, is you either get it or you don't. And that kind of like determines the game. There is a hook shot. It does find the Pango, but Pango has amazing ways of getting out. Can he get out? He is getting controlled up, but the Swashbuckle and the Wand will get him out of there perfectly. Nice try from Tamashi. Lightning is chasing for more. Once Trickster on this Techies. Do they have enough damage and control? He is going to use his ult, his explosion, and does get it onto the Pango. They do want to go on Tamashi, but I'm not sure if they have enough damage. Oh, they do get a great remnant on him. But Clancy is here to potentially clean up some kills. Atomic with the Rolling Thunder, they do get some control on Clancy. They need to get out of here very quickly. Humble God is back in the fight. There are some mines, does blow him up. Trickster picking up the kill. Oh, and they're diving here, but a beautiful ice shots from Distortion, who's turning the fight. I think they do need to be careful here. Humble God does have an ulti, and you know, you don't have heroes backing you up. Humble God's still diving this tower. But it might looks like he might pay with his ulti for this, but he does throw in the stun into Lightning. They do bring down his first ulti. Will they be able to get out of here? Looks like Tusk is maybe going to get a stop. No, he doesn't. Clancy with the sleight of fist. Atomic needs to be very careful. A lot of damage coming out from Clancy, who doesn't have any more mana. Does get caught by the Remnant. Lightning picking up the kill. Actually, Atomic picking up the kill. But Lightning setting up the blow there. Humble God, you need to get out of here, my friend. You don't have ulti. There are a couple mines. That would, I mean, I would imagine that would deter Grapes. Yeah, he's going to get out of there. But there's a couple fights going over here. Trickster getting gone on by Lightning, who does have an ulti and all his spells ready. So let's see if he does this. Does he jump forward? He needs to do it now while he's solving up. Yeah, he should be able to pick up this kill. Does need a bit more mana. Does drop a mine. Does kill the mine and does pick up Trickster. Nicely done, Lightning. Very nice. But there's 2 heroes here, even 3 heroes here. Looks like this might be the end of Lightning. He does get rooted up and killed by Clancy. Very nice play to clean up the hero. All this while, Wraith's been farming, so he's going to hit some mad timings, right? He's at 144 last hits. And I mean, we're 16 minutes into this game. I mean, he's going to have BKB by like 20 minutes. So, I mean, this is some sick timings that are going to come from him. I mean, Wraith King, I mean, he's going to have probably... They are going on the Wraith King, who doesn't have ulti yet, but the shards aren't quite on the mark. They still do go, because the Pango does catch him with the rolling boulder. They do punch him, they do blow him up. The Trickster is coming in, but he gets blown up. They do even clear the mine. The hookshot comes in, does connect onto a creep. Distortion getting very low. Is there cogs? No, he doesn't have mana. They do get the snowball off. Can the Tusk get out of here? Should be able to get out of here. They do clean up the backline on with the Pango. Clockwork. Can he pick up Distortion? No, the Clockwork's just gonna drop. What's up, Jamal? Super Tramp Legend, lol W. More like Papega's Super Tramp. So we see Sven's opting for Ags. I don't know. I think Ags is cool, but BKB seems really good. I mean, you're gonna negate most of Ember's damage. You're gonna stop this techies, whatever he needs to do, and they don't have much damage output. The only thing is Wraith King. And I think Ember has got a Javelin, but I mean, he's gonna finish off the Maelstrom. But then again, Ags is pretty good. It closes that gap, you know, you can get onto the back line and finish heroes off. Which is probably what's going through his mind right now. He's probably like, I need to blow up the Lich. I need to get to this techies. I need to stop this clock from, you know, hook-shotting onto people. So it's an interesting one. I know it's a very popular item right now. I just think BKB is so strong right in this match. Techies doing techies things. Can't imagine he wants to leave this lane. I mean, he's gonna just take a wave every wave, every 30 seconds. So we'll see. This is a very close game. This is definitely strong from Aura Gaming. They're opting for a high tempo game. I would like to see them play with this Sven, because he has hit some timings. I think level 2 ulti, Echo Saber, those are pretty strong. I'd imagine they're thinking about playing to the Ags, which is a strong timing. But you know, he is strong right now. Let's have a quick look at the hero levels. Yeah, I mean, they've got 3 heroes at level 14. I think they're quite strong right now. We'll see if they abuse that. I think it's always daunting, you know, you're playing against the techies, you're like, flip, we don't know if there's mines there, he could just drop a sign and we can't push. So you kind of default into this like let's farm, right? But there is a hook shot onto the Jakiro. Grapes is going to be a goner here. Unfortunately, Tamashi is just hunting him down. Yeah, and he does drop. That's a challenge. But Lightning is going to revenge him, potentially. Does drop his first ulti. Trickster does go in with the ulti. Lich does drop the ulti. Techies has dropped, but Pango is gone. I didn't see how Pango... Lightning does get Lich ultied. Do they continue? Clancy is here, and he's going to blow up this Tusk. Bit of a challenge from Aura Gaming here. You know, it's a little tricky because the Pango got... I saw the Pango get silenced like super on in that fight. And you can't get rolling Boulder off. You're just not going to control like the team fight. So, bit of a challenging one from Aura Gaming, but they still have a huge power spike in this Sven. So we'll see how that pans out. He is TPing bottom, just wants to deep push this. Does have the Ags now, so I would like to see Aura Gaming group up, push some towers, hit some heroes. They have got 2 tier 1s and there's 1 tier 1 left. I think if they can get a second or get the last tier 1, get a tier 2, get the shrines and start controlling the map, you know, then your Sven's gonna have like a free game. But that requires him to come in and push these towers. They do spot him, they do get the hook shot into him. He is out of mana on Tamashi, but the Wraith just comes in and drops with the Ag stun. He is getting controlled up, but he should pop God's Strength. Techies does go down, he pops God's Strength and is just laying into the clockwork. But Distortion is getting very low, it doesn't have any spells. Sven's also getting quite low, Grapes might have to sacrifice himself here. Sven does throw the ult, he is slapping Clancy there, but Wraith is going to drop to the Lich ult. I think this has got to be the end of the fight, you know, you have to back out here, Grapes. Unfortunately, those bounces are just not favoring him. At the same time, Grapes, Atomic and Lightning, I think they picked up the Wraith King mid. They did indeed, that's a big kill. Unfortunately, Tamashi just like sort of getting that initiation on that Sven, sort of closing that gap, hitting him, and then sort of like forcing him to either back or fight. And I kind of feel like both options seemed a bit weird in that moment. And I think that's kind of where the hesitation came in, because at the same time they were fighting mid, right? So you don't have that option of your heroes backing you up further. You just have a Jakiro and a Tusk. And I think once Tusk blew all his spells, it was sort of just a Jakiro. So a bit of a challenging one, but he does opt to go back for this BKB. So I think when he hits this BKB and Ags, he's closing the gap. He's got 10 seconds to clear out that support and move on to the next hero. So it's going to be an interesting timing for them. Ember Spirit is opting to go back for some damage. I like this. So you have to kind of get some damage because, you know, you need to kill these heroes and they're quite tanky. I mean, you're sitting with a Jakiro with high armor. Actually, he could have gone some more magic damage build, but I mean, Deso should do well against like these high armor heroes. A Void Spirit is about 500 gold off Ags. I think that's huge for their team fight, so I'm alright with them just farming for now. Get that Ags up, get your Sven BKB, prep for pushing into a techies, and that's what you play for. There's nothing worse than walking through trees and just hearing ting ting. My word, that's annoying. but it's such a mind game. Like that just like makes you like struggle to play the map. But a good job on the side of Aura Gaming, just to sort of like constantly be keeping up with these sentries and clearing mines and sort of playing around the techies. So it's good to see there is a bit of a fight. Clancy going on to Lightning. There is a bit of rotation from Grapes. Is he going to land the Ice Path? He does get it off. Lightning doesn't, unfortunately, able to ulti. That root just lasting too long. Humble God has hit his timing of Radiance and is going for the Heaven's Halberd, which is going to ruin Sven's life, I can tell you that. Double kill. Clancy getting another kill. Comes back in and just starts chasing down heroes. Clancy is super aggressive. But it's paying off for him right now. That double kill is huge. Sort of using that power spike of this Deso. I mean, these supports are not going to be able to live through that. Sven does come but too close to Clancy, but they do decide to roll in on him. Distortion needs to be careful because Tamashi is coming, but a beautiful ice shards, but the cogs just push him back, and then the Trickster Techies does clear him out. And this should be a tier 1 for Clan Bacon. Beautiful play there from the Tusk to shards off the rest of the team, but then Tamashi just comes in and pushes him right back. At the same time, the top tier 1's getting pressured as well. Interested to see how Aura Gaming react to this, because I still think they're quite strong. By no means do I think that fight was indicative of... They do jump on mid. This is an Ags on Lightning, so we'll see how this pans out. Sven is going onto the back line, does blow up a couple heroes, is still laying into them. The supports are gone. Tusk jumps in to try and help finish off this clock, but Ember Spirit is still here, like hitting them. They do control the clock, but Tusk does go down. Is Lightning's looking like he's in a bit of trouble here? Is he going to jump forward? Does get pushed by the cogs. I think this is the end of that fight. And the power of that Ags there from Sven was that he could clear out those supports. Just unfortunately, I mean, they are still chasing. Can Atomic... He needs to get out of here. He needs to be super careful. Tamashi is trying to kill him. He does pop the rolling boulder. Oh, but does get killed by Clancy. That physical damage at Deso just paying off there. Humble God has finished off that Heaven's Halberd. So we'll see. Sven has to change how he plays now. He can't just casually BKB. Or he has to kind of preemptively BKB. The sort of like getting disarmed at BKBing is just too rough. So I hope he gets those BKBs off in time. It's just a challenge, you know, because sometimes you can just have like an awkward fight and then all of a sudden you're disarmed. And then you don't want to pop BKB because you're disarmed. So it's a solid pickup. Sven getting spider legs. Love this neutral item on any core. Actually pretty good this game. You know, you need to not get kited, so spider legs is going to help that to increase your movement speed, dodge a bunch of you know, heroes. They do seem to be rotating to this Wraith King, who doesn't quite have his BKB yet, so this could be an interesting kill. Distortion doesn't quite see him. He does know that there was someone in that camp, but not quite finding him. Clan Baker do realize something's up, and they are rotating heroes into this direction. They both have a solid... This is an amazing ward. And they're both teams opting to place wards there. Lightning needs to be careful here. Clancy, they both sort of see each other and both try and go on each other. But he is rooted. Lightning does get to dodge. Sven does get his ulti off. Are they going to be able to blow up Ember? They do. And that's an amazing kill. Just please don't get blown up. Please, no, Atomic. Okay. Maybe it wasn't enough mines. Maybe Techie's, maybe Trickster knows exactly how many mines he needs. Because I know Techie's players do sort of manage the right amount of mines. Lightning? Oh, Lightning. Okay, that was close, my man. Sven does find a hero here, but he just can't stop Humble God from getting out. Heroes cancelling TPs. I think Atomic might have got hook-shotted. Nice ice shots to block them out. Yeah, oh, both teams need powers. You need to be very careful here. They do jump on him and they do blow him up. The crit from the punch is power. Atomic is going for the backline. Does find the techies. Does need to be somewhat careful here. He is caught. He does pop the BKB. Wraith King is coming in. Techies is super low here. Does go down. Humble God is trying to get the backline. Does disarm the Tusk. Looks like Clock should get out, but buyback from Lich on powers. Humble God is getting controlled up here. Lightning does jump in to output the damage, and he just does not have enough mana for his ulti. Fighting before he's level 20, it's a bit of a challenge. Your sort of mana efficiency does come into play, but once he was in, there was no getting out. So a bit of a challenge from him. But overall, not a bad fight from either side. I think they're getting the pickoffs that they need. They just need to be a bit careful. Running through these BKB charges, but this is a 10-second Sven BKB. I'd love to see them just pressure this map. Oh, he does find Powers, who just brought back. He does pop his ulti and does blow him up. Powers has died back. That's unfortunate for him. As a support, you just want to get the bounty. Like you wanna just like add some efficiency to your play, and then you just you jump into a Sven with his ulti and Ags. That's just unfortunate. So we'll see. Wraith is opting to go for Sanjin Yasha. Status resistance is good. I would imagine he's probably going to go for Satanic, which I think is also quite good this game. So we'll see how he opts to build from there. Clancy finishing up the Majuna, it's quite good. I think, you know, he's going to be shoving out a lot more waves, high attack speed. We do have a diff blade on Pangolier on Atomic and BKB. We did see the BKB coming into effect earlier, but this diff blade is quite interesting. I think it's good against Ember, good against Wraith King. I actually like this pickup quite a lot. I wonder if he got it before BKB. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention. But that is a very cool item on him. So Wraith King does have the no reincarnation mana, which is huge for him. And I actually think he's like 400. There's a lot of mines there. Oh, just doesn't kill him. Unfortunately, Trickster. I mean, it's worth the bash, but they're all grouped up here. Tamashi could look for the pick off onto Wraith. He does try and go on him. Wraith, you gotta dodge. Okay, no. Tamashi decides he's not gonna do it. He's respecting that 10-second BKB from Sven, for sure. Where does Sven go? He TP's out. Okay, so Aura Gaming backing out, understanding that they just don't want to fight right now. I think they could, but you know, it's so sketch, right? You never know where their minds are. I mean, you saw him just lose half his HP right there. Powers, is he going to find Atomic? They are seeing each other. This is daytime. I mean, they know each other. They're all here. And this 4-star from Powers does catch the Pango. Hookshot does get Cogs pushed forward. He does have to BKB to get out. Sven can't get there. Techies is getting very low. Does get caught. The DRT does bring him down. Ember is getting potentially a kill onto Grapes. They do get the kill, but a beautiful play from Lightning to catch them. Ember does dodge the one ability, but does get silenced again. Oh, and does get blown up by the Tusk. Lightning pops his ulti, but Pango is going for Powers. Powers should get caught up here. Wraith King does get caught again. He has his ulti with that talent for no mana. Clock is getting controlled. Can Humble God find Distortion? He does indeed. Amazing plays. But he is on his own now. He does need to be careful because there's a lot of damage coming from Lightning, who is controlling up Clock. Can Lightning clear up these two heroes? They're just so tanky. But it looks like they should get both these kills. They just don't have mana, don't have HP. It looks like they're both... This is going to be a team wipe for Aura Gaming. Amazing plays, and top lane is getting pushed in. I'm assuming Sven was doing all that, because he did TP here and didn't have mana, or didn't have a cooldown to get back. Oh man, Techie's games. I think this match has still got 20 minutes in it. So interesting, Sven has got the Sanjin Yasha and going the Satanic. I think this is huge. You know, the Techie silence. There is a bunch of mines being popped for the Voice Word. That's a big kill. That's that's 1,000 gold for Trickster. So, I mean, not only has he got Ags now, but he's gonna have 4 staff and 1,000 gold extra. I mean, this is gonna be a challenge for them to push high ground. Do they have a pipe on Aura Gaming? I don't think I saw one. I mean, this Chikira is actually farmed. Wow. 4-star Veil and Perseverance. I'd like to see him potentially go pipe. I think he might be the hero that has to do it. Aura Gaming picking up 3 bounties. That's very good. So let's have a look. Techies is going for Octarine. It is a strong item, and it's sort of reaching that point where he's going to have to deal with more than one lane. So that's probably the right item choice from him. Wraith King turning off Radiance and going for Abyssal. Turns back on Radiance. I like the Abyssal pickup. You need a bit more control for Sven. You have to kite him, and that goes through BKB, so that's amazing. And the only thing is, like, if you get that Abyssal when he's got Satanic and Sanjin Yasha, that's a challenge. Because then kiting him is... I don't even know if kiting him's an option then. Lotus Orb being picked up from Powers. I think it's a good Lotus Orb game from both teams, so I'm glad the supports are going for them. There's a Haste Rune and a Humble God, but he's gonna back out. So let's have a look. So Techies is mining up mid and top. He has placed the sign. I don't know if the Radiant know that, but they could potentially just ward up mid and push. Shiva's coming out on Void Spirit. Good item. I would like to see a gem picked up at this point. Potentially on Void Spirit or Pango. I think they are at the point in the game where they could carry it, but they might get picked up here. There's a smoke from the Dire on Clan Bacon's side. I'd imagine Tamashi's just looking for this opening. He's looking to get his team in, but they just don't see anyone. It is a bit daunting. I mean, this Sven could just BKB and smash 2 heroes. And this Sven is just farming up. He's sitting on 6k gold. I mean, this Satanic is here already. So that Abyssal is not gonna... It's just not gonna be the sort of effect that they want in controlling him. It's still good against Void Spirit. I think, you know, it's just a good item this game, so we'll see how it pans out. If he uses it on Sven, they've got to have other follow-up. You have to chain it. You have to Abyssal, you have to stun him, you have to hookshot him. Or you just run. you run. You let him... Let's see. He does bring the Satanic. Okay, so yeah, this is it. This is a big power spike from him. I think he's got a lot of strength, he's got a lot of stage resistance, 4k HP. Let's see what they do. And with level 20, 25. So he's outputting huge damage. Trickster is... He hasn't got enough mines in there to kill anyone just yet. Sven does see Tamashi, does go for the kill. Does back off because the Blade Mail was on, but they should just still continue on this kill. There is a lot of control. Lechol does pop onto Atomic, but Sven does pop his ulti and just blows up Powers. And does find the Clockwork as well, and is changing onto Humble God, does control him. They do blow up his first life. Can they catch anyone else? The Techies does silence them up, but I mean, this Sven is outputting so much damage. The Void Spirit is going to go down to Clancy, but the Humble God does go down on... Oh, and the control onto Clancy, and he gets smashed. That's an ultra kill for Wraith. I mean, that's got to be a feels good, man. He's been farming for those items, knowing that those items are going to pay off, and they just did in a big way. Gotta be careful here. Oh, and a nice BKB from Atomic just to survive those bombs. That's a feels good. They should pop this Roche very quickly. I saw they had a Solar Crest on someone, yeah. So, okay, so they got the gem. They've got a Solar Crest for a quick Roche. This is a huge power spike for them. They can just push down a wave. preferably not top. There is no sign. Techies is very low. Oh, they do catch him with an ice path. Are they going to be able to kill him? A brilliant play from Grapes. And then just finished off by Atomic. That was amazing. The Techies was playing on the edge there, you know, the sort of dangerous side of life. But this is 60 seconds without a Techies, and they're going to come high ground. I hope they place a sentry, though, because as far as I can tell, that is 6 mines with an Ags. I mean, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Probably won't kill Sven, but the rest of his team for sure. Looks like they're just not going to push. I think it's a safer play. Get some tier 2s. Watch out for those mines. That's more than 6, dude. Oh my god. I think is he baiting mine? What is he doing? Is he like blow the mines on me? I'm pretty sure. I think that could kill him, man. Is it not worth a try? Do it, dude. Do it, bro. Come on. Is he gonna blow the mines? Blow the mines, dude! Oh, okay, they get the tusks though. He does blow the mines. That is the gem, but Grapes does pick it up. Does he force stuff out? He does. Power's getting stunned up by Ice Path. There is more heroes TPing in. Grapes is gonna get caught up, but Sven does ulti and catch Clancy in the back line. But is getting caught up. He does have Aegis, so he should be able to come back in. There is a rolling boulder from Atomic. So the Aegis is popped, all the BKBs are popped. What? Trickster just missing the silence on the thing. Wraith is like, I'm out of here, mate. And does leave the Pango to get caught off. Sven does need to be careful. They should have catch in, yeah, they have catch in 10 seconds. But they opt to just back out. That is a bit of a dodgy fight. They lose the... Let's have a look. Did they lose the gem? There's a hook shot onto Sven. He is getting caught out. There is a lot of damage, but he does pop BKB and just run out of there. I mean, Clan Bacon are on the hunt now. They're smelling a bit of a Rax here. And I don't know, there will have to be a buyback from 2 heroes here to defend this. They do have Glyph, so let's see if they do pop it. They do pop it just in time to stop that mine blowing up on it. There is 2 buybacks. Do they back out here? They don't have BKBs. They do get Clancy with the stun. Can they control him? No, but he gets out. Does Sven want to keep chasing? He does have the cooldown, low cooldown on his stun. He does get it onto the back line. They do get the techies. They're going to bring down Powers in the front line. And techies should go down there. That's good kills. You know, you buy back 2 heroes, get 2 kills. You got to be reasonably happy with that. Clancy does have to be careful with those stuns, you know. If Sven has ulti, that could just blow him up. I mean, Sven is looking... I would like to see crit on Sven. That would be quite nice, because he does have the Echo Saber to do the damage very quickly. So if he goes the crit, you know, not only do you increase your chance to crit with the double hit, but you're getting huge raw damage from the item. But I think Moonshard overall is like not a bad item for Sven. It offers you a lot more, like when your other stuff is down, you know, Moonshot kicks in and helps you output damage. So it's a very close game this. I mean, there's only 9k difference, and it's actually in the favor of Aura Gaming, which is like really big, because I actually think they have good late game. I mean, if you look at Jakira's items, he's actually starting to have like really high impact. You know, 4-star Veil. He's gonna have this plate mail to complete the Lotus Orb very soon. There is a smoke up. Do they know they bottom? This is a... They know no one's defending top. Wraith King has to be super careful here. He does manage to dodge. They do spot him out, but they just didn't let him... They do catch him with Lightning's Remnant. BKB popped. He is TPing out. Can the Walrus Punch come through? It does come through just in time. Humble, the hook shot onto 2 heroes. Can they pop their BKBs in response? They do, and they do blow up his first life. Distortion does need to get out of there, but the rolling boulder inside the thing catching Clancy and kills him. And Clockwork as well is getting caught out here. I mean, this Sven is outputting so much damage. Can they keep it up? Power's going down. Wraith King going down. This is not looking good for the Clan Bacon. Trickster getting caught out by Lightning. Lich getting caught out. Oh, this is a disaster. And a rampage for Wraith. Oh, that feels good for him. This was an amazing place from him. you know, sort of using that BKB, using that Satanic, you know, the disarm just didn't do enough there. Unfortunately, it was just not enough. I mean, it didn't even last long. I mean, the Satanic and the Sanjin Yasha just kicked in so hard there. This could be a Rax. They do hookshot in. Where did he hookshot? I mean, he hits something. I think he hit lightning and somehow just got out of there. Okay. I mean, this Sven is sitting on 10k gold. What a hero though. Like this Ags has been like, it's actually been super power. Doing a bit of cleaning. Does buy the moonshot and consume it. What is his next item though? He's kind of slotted right now. I would assume he consumes the Ags and goes dateless. That to me seems like the right kind of play. They do have another gem. I don't know if that's the same gem though. Let's actually see. It doesn't actually say who it belongs to. So we'll see how things pan out. Clockwork has queued up an Ags. I'm not a fan of this Ags, but it's mostly just because I'm kind of had some bad experiences with it. I kind of just end up getting 4 seconds stunned and like dying. Pinging them out here. I don't know if they know they're here, but Powers could just get blown up here. He does. Oh, he does luckily get the Lotus Orb on, but he is gonna just die. There's a BKB from Wraith. Is this Clockwork gonna be able to get out of here? He's super tanky, but there's enough control. Should just bring him down. But they do need careful on lightning. There is a smoke. Okay, it looks like they're just gonna power through and get this tier 2. Lightning, unfortunately, doesn't have any regen. Clancy just being annoying here, sort of popping a couple sleight of fists here and there. Okay, cool. So Wraithking's got Abyssal. I think it adds to that, you know, control to Sven, so I think that is good from their side. Techie's closing in on that Octarine, which I think is good for their current situation. I think he's going to have to worry about a couple lanes. Let's see. They're posturing here. I wonder if they don't have 2 of their cores here, and Atomic is in trouble, but he does pop the BKB. You just got to get out of there, mate. You got your other 2 cores aren't there. Sven does end up consuming the Ags and going for Daedalus. I think that's a good play. Hits a level 30, and I think Sven actually has some good talents. So like Stormhammer dispels enemies, cooldown reduction on Stormhammer, stun duration on Stormhammer. So like this Ags is going to be, I mean, you're stunning longer, it's shorter cooldown, it's like closing gaps, and you have Daedalus. That's wild. I wonder if any other heroes are level 30. There's a couple heroes closing in on it, but it looks like Pango might be the first to reach it out of the rest of the heroes. Unfortunately, Powers has had a bit of a rough game this game. They do go for Roche. This is just a cheese Roche. Okay. I was thinking if it's an Ags Roche, you could see some interesting plays. I would imagine they give it to like a Tusk or something. I think the kick's like really strong. Spin does have a DD. I mean, Roche, you got no chance, man. Oh, I thought the clock got the last hit on that. That would have been wild. That would have been insta command. He does drop the stun. What is going on here? Wow, I've never seen that before. I mean, that could have been a dead Sven. Like, that could have been a dead Aegis Sven. Like, that would have been wild. So they got the gem, so that they do know these mines are here. So I wonder how they're going to handle this. Because they don't have amazing ways. I mean, all their calls are melee. Do you just like run in with BKB on and like start a fight? I don't know, that's such a challenge. I think you look for another lane. We'll see. Okay, so they're opting to push in all 3 lanes. I think that's probably the right decision. I think having 3 melee... Oh, they do get the hook shot onto Pango. Is he going to just BKB and get out of here? I think he might just have to. Oh, and he just gets blown up. Clancy's got a lot of damage on him right now. Sven's still playing bottom. I don't know what this courier is doing here, but it's got a flippant Sacred Relic on it. There is a Wraith King. He has come out of his base, but Wraith just doesn't have enough damage without ulting. I mean, that disarm does nothing. He does go back onto the Wraith King. Could be interesting. You can bring your courier now. Let's see, who is it? Wish you could tell whose courier this is. I would imagine it is... Oh, it's Wraith King's courier. He's going a Divine, dude. Is it that time? I mean, why not, dude? Like, oof, you don't need buyback. You got ulti. It's also... Wait, let's see. What, 40-second cooldown? Yeah. I mean... Let's see. So you die. There's a 3... Oh! Lich. Lich getting blown up by lightning? I mean, not a big kill. Unfortunately, Lich has had it a bit tough this game. I don't know what Sven goes. I mean, he's sitting on 9k. That's like a huge chunk of their net worth lead. I mean, he could buy moonshots for his team. He has... Okay, so he's upgraded Silver's Edge, which is kind of cool. Does use it. But there's no one to pick off. But that, I mean, that's... I don't think it's like the best Silver Edge game. But you know, you gotta spend your gold. He's still got 9k gold. I don't know what he does here. I mean, you could obviously do with one more item because you have Aegis. But what is that item? You know, he could go AC. He could go Abyssal just for the lockdown. I mean, I think Abyssal's not like... I mean, he could go more damage. You see, that's a challenge, right? Like, his team has lockdown. But how do they break this high ground? Looks like they are trying to play mid. There is a... Sven just blows up Clancy there. Wow, dude. That is amazing. He is just hitting. The Abyssal does get swapped back. They do jump onto the Clockwork in the backline. There is a Lich ult. Can they get some more kills here? There's a couple buybacks. Clancy and Clockwork. Oh, and Clancy dies again. The mines are gone. Sven is going ham. That's an ultra kill for him. Is he going to get another rampage? He still has Aegis. What a fight from Aura Gaming. That was mad. Amazing plays. That first pick off onto Clancy in the side there from the Sven was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was like a game-winning stun into kill. And I think like the Echo Saber, Daedalus, got him that kill straight up. And I don't even think Clancy expected that in the slightest. I mean, like I just saw all of a sudden Sven just boom hits him twice, and the Clancy is gone. I mean, that's 2 Raxes. They probably just gonna end this. There's no buybacks. There was 3 buybacks on their side. No buyback on Techies or Wraith King, unfortunately. And a GG is called by Trickster. Such a close game. This was a hype game. I think Aura Gaming did amazingly to pull it off. Awesome game coming out of both of those teams. So the current score is 1-1 to each team. That was a hype game. Bit of a long game. I'm not sold on... I felt like Techies had impact, so I don't think it was like a bad pick. I think Wraith King had it hard. I don't. So I understand why they picked him because you denied against the techies, but he just didn't have quite enough impact. So we'll see. That indeed, Wraith. That was a very spicy game. Very well played from Wraith. I'm super impressed. Like after having that hard Wraith, Deucer game, he came out and shined. That was very spicy. I was actually getting concerned that he just had too much gold. I mean, 50k gold lead, got a net worth. Sorry. Let's see what his GPM. 800 GPM. I thought it would have been higher, honestly. I don't know if there's a game 3, so I think we're gonna just sort of hang around and see, I suppose. If they pick techies in games, if there's a game 3 and they pick techies, I'm gonna cry. But I will power through if there is. So I think there was a couple challenges. I think the techies and the clock had a good lane. I think that was a good setup in the lane. I think the Lich Wraith King had it hard. And I think that's where the sort of lineup fell because Clancy was having a power lane and he was like sort of snowballing that when he hit that Deso timing. That was huge. He managed to pick up like that double kill mid. Um, so I think, and it's kind of strange because I think Humble God and Powers had like a strong game one. Um, I think Pango is just a strong hero in my opinion. I struggle to play against that hero. His disarm's just like too consistent, I think. You know, when he does swashbuckle, it's just like consistently disarms you. So let's see. Doesn't look like there's a game 3. I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. But shot for tuning in. Drop a follow if you haven't already, and thanks for supporting, guys.